Hey guys, it's Dom here, and I thought this week I'd actually try and make a Jarl Balgruuf deck. And this win condition is quite rare, but I did manage to get it off in one of the games that you'll be seeing today, which is quite nice. And for those who've not actually seen the victory animation with it, this will be a nice little opportunity for you to see it. But yeah, this is basically just your generic kind of Empire of Cyrodiil Swarm deck, which also runs Conscription. It's got a good mix of everything, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Well, without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, so we're up against House Redoran. We could probably expect maybe some sort of rally deck, I guess. We've got an alright hand here. Don't really need Imperial reinforcements early game. That's more something we would want to be drawing later in the match, and just hope that we have something like Balgruuf on the field or something else which is going to buff all our units. We'll play Scout Support because there's no real harm in us doing it this turn. And Piercing Javelin is quite good, so we are going to keep that. We have got a few nice cards to kind of open up with, like Bruma Profiteer and Thieves Guild Recruit, depending on what they do.
I am ready to join.
Okay, Circle Initiate. We don't really want them kind of getting a bunch of werewolves on the board, so I'm going to put down Bruma Profiteer to try and take out that. I would have gone with Sly Marshblade, but then again, I kind of want to have some form of draw power for late game. I just always like to prioritise draw power, and that's a bit annoying. But we can still get around it nonetheless. I mean, Thieves Guild Recruit will have enough to finish it off, but obviously it's more likely to actually break our rune and become a werewolf in beast form. I think it's worth just hitting it anyway. We might have to get rid of our Sly Marshblade. Yeah, just because this is becoming an issue. Or the laners. Actually, hang on, what's a 4/4? It only has a small buff, but still, if we take on Sly Marshblade, it just means that we got another safe kind of fallback, as it's got the most power, and it also has enough health to survive their Doomed Adventurers attacks.
Protect the Harbinger.
Okay, that's very lucky for us. We are going to put that in the field lane, although there are some kind of reasons for us to put it in the shadow lane, like Supply Runner, but I just want to kind of, yeah, not focus all of our damage onto one unit, especially in case they've got some sort of removal in hand, which they didn't. But yeah, we'll get rid of the Circle Initiate, Thieves Guild Recruit in the shadow lane, go for face, and we'll just leave it at that for now, because now we're setting up for Supply Runner, and we can kind of just adapt to whatever they do this turn. Bulk Lurcher, okay, that's fun. We're going to need to put down a guard to stop that being a pain. So I guess Feasting Hunger. Yeah, let's put Empire Recruiter in the field lane, just because we want to get rid of that spirit. Because what I'm hoping to do is kill the spirit, put the buff on the Bog Lurcher, and then Piercing Javelin the Bog Lurcher. But obviously, depending on what they play, could depend on, well, how we adapt. I mean, they just got rid of the Bog Lurcher, so never mind to that. Never mind. Maybe the same plan is still on.
I am ready to join us.
Another Circle Initiate. Okay, great. We do have 2 Piercing Javelins now, which is sort of lucky. So we'll get rid of that spirit. We're gonna have to get rid of the Bog Lurcher because it's just got more power. I don't want to risk taking more damage. So yeah, we can get rid of the Circle Initiate next turn with Piercing Javelin, but we won't have enough to play anything else, sadly.
Protect the Harbinger.
And they've really put all of their stuff on that, which is kind of good for us. I guess if we Edict, we can actually play a free cost card, or we could get down Bruma Profiteer now. That's probably a better choice, actually, because it will mean we're getting in the healing. And because they don't have many cards in hand, we can sort of abuse them at the moment. Abuse them by doing literally nothing.
Ready to die.
We're going to need to get a guard sometime soon. See, Bone Colossus is really good for the Bruma Profiteer side of things. But Yeah, we do need to sort of trade to get rid of that other Golden Saint. I mean, Knight of the Hour in hand as well is really fortunate, just because it means that we're slowly able to get our health back up. Okay, they're really ignoring our units. Probably going to be trying to go for an aggro finish here, which is kind of annoying for us as we don't have many guards. We can get rid of their Golden Saint. Guess just with the Bone Colossus. We're not going to be risking it breaking runes at the moment. That's a bit of a dangerous strategy. No real point to play Scouting Patrol at the moment, so I'll just keep that in hand. See, one thing I will say actually is right now is a great situation, or build almost. Build setup for a Jarl Balgruuf. Just because, well, they're only drawing one card a turn. And if we can actually destroy both their units, which I guess we could do this turn, with Supply Runner and then Piercing Javelin. And then again we'll keep Scouting Patrol in hand.
Orcs at the ready.
Another Orc Clan captain. Scouts report, I guess. Let's see what we draw into. Don't really need that, do we? And we get Jarl Balgruuf. Okay, this could actually be interesting. So I'm thinking, actually, we don't really want to put him down now because he'll summon a unit of guard in the shadow lane. So what we do is we fill our shadow lane with weak units, but none of those units have guard, so we're actually playing it very risky here, because if they get something big with charge, we've just lost, or a big item. But if they don't, we've won by win condition. And we've done it. We've done it. Are they going to let it actually play off? Yes, they are. They want to see it, don't they? Oh, bit of an anticlimax, but not too bad, I guess. Right, well, we had a good game before this. Hopefully this one will kind of go similarly planned. I mean, I'm not expecting to get off another Jarl Balgruuf, to be honest. That was, well, very rare. We'll get rid of Priest of the Moons, because it's got Prophecy. We'll keep Bone Colossus, I guess. Hopefully we can find a time to play it. Gonna have to wait maybe a couple turns to play. No, we get Scouts Report, that's good. And we don't really need Imperial Reinforcements, so we'll thin that out to get City Guard, which we can play next turn. Gotta love an Imperial City Guard.
Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
It's a shame they didn't use the literal voice lines from Oblivion. I mean, I guess they might have had issues with that for whatever reason, but it would have been nice to hear them actually, you know, have Wes Johnson's voice actor say, "Nobody breaks the law on my watch," and "Stop right there, criminal scum." That's kind of fine with us because we get the second Deshan thing, which can take out the Guildsworn chump. We can also get on our Supply Runner now, boosting up our Magicka, meaning we're getting closer to that Bone Colossus, or, well, I guess more importantly, Tullius's Assault. Not Tullius's Assault, Tullius's Conscription. What am I on today? Revealing the Unseen, so that's 2 random actions, okay. I mean, I'm hoping they're both just lame bricks, but guess we'll see in time. I'm starting to assume that this is Control Almiri. A second Tullius's Conscription. Could be very useful, could be very useless. Could actually be really good finning. Now our Sly Marsh Blade's in a good position to, you know, stay alive for one more turn. Just so we can get the draw power off him. Guess I hate to see it. Supply Runner again, get that Magicka going up. I mean, we might want to attack first, just in case we hit a Prophecy, especially as they are playing Control, Almiri Dominion. I'd assume that's got quite a few Prophecies in their build. Fair play.
Will give no quarter.
I'm assuming they're not going to get rid of their Falmor ambassador
If
chump.
they're smart, they'll walk away.
I mean, okay. Yeah, sure.
I swear.
Actually, yeah, no, that's actually a decent card for them to play 'cause it's got prophecy. It does mean that if they do happen to keep on hitting them on prophecies, that they'll be, you know, keeping their important engine cards like the ambassadors alive.
We will give
Okay,
no
yeah,
quarter.
probably a good choice for them to go with the lightning bolt. And we'll get down the Doomed Adventurer as well, just because the Shadow Lane's looking like a bit of a scrap at the moment.
Behold the future. Behold the future.
Get ahead.
They've still managed to keep their ambassador, which is a bit annoying.
If they're smart, they'll walk away.
I think the main thing that's getting annoying about them keeping the ambassador is the Falmor soldier voice line starting to annoy me. I know I get petty sometimes,
We will
but
give no quarter.
just the way it is.
We will give no quarter. We will give no
For
quarter.
goodness sake. Right, I guess if we throw our Doomed Adventurer at the ambassador, summon Bone Colossus, we've got a good old chance to throw them over with the Shadow Lane. Especially as this Bone Colossus has got guard and has been buffed. Although that's probably just screaming for like piercing javelins. Maybe get rid of Keeper of the Watch, just because we don't. We'd use it on Bone Colossus if we did want to, but no, I don't think that's the best of plays. Feed. At least their ambassador's easy to target now.
If they're smart, they'll walk
Behold
away.
the
Now we gotta listen to this
future.
stupid line again and
Behold
again.
the future.
I mean, there is debate for me, like Bone Colossusing here again in the field lane and just going completely insane on them with a bunch of skeletons. But I don't know if I want to do that. Especially as we could Tullius's conscription. Yeah, let's get that off.
Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
I'll get us a bunch of health back. Get us a bit of draw power. 3 cards on the board of Last Gasp in case something goes really bad here.
The future. Behold the future. Behold the future.
I forgot Ice Storm was a thing. Welp. Would you look at that? I mean, fair play to them, that was a good move. Although, do you not see even more professional, more big brain than one Tullius's conscription? The answer's 2 Tullius's conscription. That's right, we conscribe 2 bunches of people. I can't speak English today. And now the probability of them having another Ice Storm is so low, it's just not gonna happen. Oh, I just eat my own words, don't I? Right.
They'll never outsmart me.
God. Why? Okay, we'll get rid of that 'cause it's a lot of power. I mean, so's the Mage Wench. Panic mode's activated. I guess just start throwing units down. Should have Broom and Profiteered before all of these. I'm asking to lose this one.
I bark and burn. This is it.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I'll get them down now, just so I can actually maybe take them out. I should have Broom and Profiteered at the start. Oh well. I'll wait till next turn to get that.
I have just the thing for them.
Right, this is just going to be a big old healing turn. Fortunately, we have 15 Magicka to play with. So,
Training is over.
let's just get a bunch of units down, really. Probably should attack face. I mean, I should have done that in a better order, but, yeah, panic mode's definitely activated with 2 ice storms coming down and defeating one of our many game plans several times. We'll crush that just so it'll summon another unit. I mean, Broom of Profiteer gets another use off. No reason not to Spoils of War here. Could end up getting another funky play. Nope, we just get some removal, which we'll probably end up be using next turn on their 2 alchemists. Are they actually going to be able to do it here? Because, I mean, they've got quite a bit. They need 2 more actions, which they could have in hand. I mean, some of those actions that they got from revealing the unseen were pretty fortunate. I mean, they haven't gone for face there, so I'm assuming they can't.
Crude but effective.
Actually, they just needed 1 more action. Because they could have hit face, used the dagger. Yeah, no. Right, we'll just kind of hit them as many times as we can. I don't see any way in hand that we just win this turn. So I guess use our removal on there too. Alchemist wenches. Now how do I want to handle this? Maybe just Swarm. Maybe Desh and Avenger. I'm thinking Armourer and Avenger just because it means that if there's like an Ice Storm or something, like Ice Storm and Lightning Bolt, they can't just completely board clear. They don't have any actions in hand, that's a good sign from us, or for us.
I can't stand in a
And that's just great for us because it means we pretty much win this. We know they haven't got an action in hand. I can't really think of what they could have. Yeah, I thought not. Right, well there's no point to just dilly-dally, we might as well end this now. Use that Avenger, hit face, leave it at that. That was a good nice match against a control deck. Okay, we'll just do this one and then leave it for the... have this one end it, let's hope it's a good one. Against Guildsworn, so we could be expecting control, invade, something wacky. I'm hoping for something wacky. The hand's looking pretty good. Maybe get a Sly Marshblade just because it will only get its draw power when we're at 7 Magicka or more, so yeah, it's not the most important thing to have at the start. And we go into Conscription, that's very nice. We can get off Empire Recruiter next turn and hopefully we can start swarming the board of recruits. I was tempted to make this a Training Grounds deck, but then I realised it would have limited so much. And especially with trying to run Balgruuf and Training Grounds, it means that you've kind of been limited to Nords, which means that you've got to go for, you know, some other different strats, and there's not too many Nords around in all the factions, or attributes except Strength. And Strength's not really the best for Swarm, so I'd say that it's probably not the best to make a Training Grounds Balgruuf deck. I mean, if I had more resources, I would have tried to make a full-on Skyrim Civil War deck with, like, just all the cards from the Civil War, but yeah, I just don't have the resources for that, I'm afraid. We'll continue to attack face, by the way, I'm getting distracted. And, you know, swarm the board, kind of add a lot of pressure to them. We know they're playing Invade by their first and only card they've played, so we kind of want to end this before they can start doing some crazy combos.
Get away!
So we know they've got at least one Daedra in hand. Sigil Keeper's quite nice for them. Strategic Deployment's quite good for us though, because it means that we'll have something that can pop the ward on the gate. Don't really need that card. Black Marsh Warden's quite nice though, actually. I'm thinking maybe instead of doing Strategic Deployment we do Black Marsh Warden. Mainly just because of that pilfer, meaning that we'd only get 3 units from recruit. 3 recruits instead of 4. Well, if we get down Black Marsh Warden now, it means that the Broomer Armourer 100% gives it armour. And, you know, we start getting off an engine. The thing is, they got a big hand that I'm kind of concerned about. Because Invade has, what? It's got lots of removal, lots of draw power, lots of buffs, lots of swarm. It's got everything if you know, have the right cards in your collection.
Do you not fear me, mortal? You should.
Can they run that way? Have they got that? Was it from... Yeah, it's from the Dawn Informer. Okay. Okay, that's fair. And it's instantly going to get Edict, because I'm not a fan of it. And now, fortunately, because of the Armourer, their Sigil Keeper can't destroy our Argonian Veteran. So, my best bud, Argonian homie, gets to stay alive. And we're just friends, nothing more. Just mates who go down the pub. I mean, we might actually have this one in the bag, to be honest. They haven't really had too much to be able to play. Maybe they got, like, a bad hand.
None will leave this.
Zivalai Warlord. Okay, I mean, they can't really do too much with it.
You must pay to pass on.
And a Highwayman. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess I'll do that trade, but I do want to get down a Siege Engine this turn. So I'm thinking, is it worth playing Doomed Adventurer, then Siege Engine, then start destroying their Zivalai and stuff? Because that's pretty much now just... What, we got a 9-9 on the board. Hopefully there's no prophecy on that rune. Do I risk it? Yeah, you not go on. Go on, let's risk it. Now, unless I can get rid of that Siege Engine, or just fill the Shadow Lane with guards, it's pretty much a win.
I bow.
It's a win. Okay, well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have, please like and subscribe.